hope you guys are fine, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to show it to you how to make these crochet basket weave stitches. And in these basket weave stitches, I will also show it to you how to make the front post double crochet and then also back post double crochet. And then the pattern is start with the, you will see the on the edge, each edge will be having 5 double crochet, and then right on the right and then on the left, okay? And then in between you will always have the 4 4 4 in the each gap. So that's how you counting it, okay? So there is this why this one is right, because the first double crochet and then the last double crochet is for the edging, so to make sure that your work is straight and then it's look nice and neat, okay? So without further ado, let's get started. Using the size 3.5 millimeter hook and then one strand yarn. Okay, so for this beautiful basket weave, you're going to do the multiple chains of 8 plus 4, meaning that you can counting like a set of 8 plus 8 and then plus 8 and plus 8, as many as you wish until the length that you desire. So at the end your set, you add another 4 chains. I will show it to you how to do that. So for this tutorial, I'm going to do chains 8 times 3 times, meaning 8 times 3 is 24. So let's start it. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So this is my first set of 8, and then 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. This is my second part, and then 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and then this is the third part. So 8 times 3 is 24 stitches, and then at the end I need to add 4 chains, 1 2 3 and 4. Okay, so the next step is you need to skip 1 2 and 3 chains, and then on the 4th chains you need to do the first double crochet. So make sure you have the 3 loop, yarn over for the first 2 and yarn over the second 2. So that's your double crochet. And then the chains that you have skipped for 3 chain that you have skipped earlier, it's also counting as double crochet. So basically you have 2 double crochet already. Okay, now you continue doing so. On the 8th stitch you will do double crochet. Okay, so let's continue. The next stitch, do double crochet, the next one double crochet, next one double crochet, next one double crochet. So you continue doing so all across until here, until the end. So I'll meet you here shortly. Okay, so on the last stitches I will need to do on the one more double crochet there. So you are doing the chains of 24 plus 4, which is total 28, and then you skip the first the 3 chains, and then you do the first double crochet on the 4 chains. Now from the 28 stitches from the right to the left, now you're becoming having the 26 stitches. Okay, now we're going to move to this row 2. You need to change 2 1 and 2 and then turn your work. Okay, at the moment I'm going to show it to you how to do the front post double crochet. So for the one who never heard it before or never done it before, I will show it to you how to do that. Normally when we do chain 2 or chain 3, we will do the double crochet on that part, but at this time we will do the front post double crochet. You need to take a look in the gap, okay, in the gap, and then what you need to do, you yarn over to your hook and then insert your hook to that part, because we're going to do this one. Insert your hook to that part and then coming out from the other side and yarn over your yarn. Now you have the 3 loop, same like you normally do for the double crochet. Yarn over for the first 2 and yarn over the second 2. So this is how you call it, front post double crochet. And then this is the back part, and then this is the front part. So if you can see, this is slightly pulled out a little bit from the where it was flat earlier. So let's do another one. So grab your yarn, insert your hook to that space, and then coming out from that side, yarn over your yarn, and then yarn over for the first 2 and then yarn over the second 2. So you have done the 2 front post double crochet, and then we will do 2 more, as we are working in the each gap 4 double crochet. Okay, so let's do it again. This is how do you call front post double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook to that space, and then coming out to the next to it, bring your yarn to that until you have the 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over for the first 2 and yarn over the second 2. Now you have 3. So the first 3 chains there, and then this is the 2 chains 2. It will be counting as the border. Okay, well, these 3 plus 1 more, it will where we're going to do the front post, back post, and then front post, back post alternate. Okay, so let's do 1 more. So you remember you just did 3, now we will do 1 more. So yarn over, insert your hook to that gap or space, and then pull out the hook to the next to it, yarn over your yarn till you have the 3 loop, yarn over for the first 2 and then yarn over the second 2. Now you have 4 front post double crochet. Now we have done this part. Now I'm going to show it to you how to do the back post of the double crochet. So basically we will work on this 4 double crochet, 1 2 3 4 with the back post double crochet. So if you do front, is you bring like that towards you. Now what we're going to do is you're doing it from the back. So yarn over your yarn and then insert your hook from the back. So this is the front and then this is the back. So for where the same gap is. So let me zoom it a little bit. So yarn over from the back, sorry, not that, it's here, what is the gap between, and then insert your hook, push it to that back, and then yarn over your hook, your yarn over for the first two, yarn over the second two. So you will see the difference between the front and then the back. So the front, it will be pop up to your front side, and then the back, it will be as if like you pull it out to the back part. Okay, now I will do the second one. Yarn over, see there is a gap, you're coming up from the back, your hook, and then push your hook to the back, and then bring out the yarn to the back. Sometimes it will be challenging for the beginner, but that is okay, you will get used to it later on. So yarn over for the first two and yarn over the second two. So you have done 2 back post double crochet, and we need to do 2 more. Okay, yarn over, insert your hook to that gap, and then bring it down that double crochet, and then in the same time you pull out the yarn over for the first two, yarn over the second two. Okay, now the last one, we have done the 3 back post double crochet. Insert your hook to that part, push it to the back, yarn over your yarn and bring it to the back, yarn over for the first two and yarn over the second two. Now you have 4 double crochet, 4 back post double crochet. So you will notice that this is the front and then this is the back. On the back part you will see this is like horizontal, and then while the front one you will see vertical. Okay, yeah, so let's do that again. So 4 for the first 4 you do front, and then the second 4 you do back, and then the third one you do again front and back, front and back, alternate. Okay, so I will show it to you again how to do the front part. So yarn over, now you're going to the front through that gap. Okay, insert your hook to the next gap, and then yarn over your yarn over for the first 2, and then yarn over the second 2. Again, go to that gap, push your hook, yarn over the first 2, yarn over the second 2, and then you do another 4 set of 4. Okay, like that. So you have done the 4 front post double crochet, and this is the back. So it's kind of like up and down and up and down, same like this one. This is up and then a little bit down, up a little bit down, up a little bit down. If you keep continue doing the alternate, it will be showing like this. So you will know when you need to do back, when you need to do front, so alternate. Okay, so that's how it look like. Let's do one more for the back part. So yarn over, insert your hook from the back, and then push it, and then bring your yarn to the back. So make sure you have 3 loops. Yarn over the first 2, yarn over the second 2. Let's repeat. Yarn over your yarn, insert your hook to that gap, push to the back your double crochet, At the same time, you yarn over the yarn until you have 3 loops. Yarn over the first 2, yarn over the second 2. Now you have 2. You need to do another 2. So yarn over, push that double crochet to the back, yarn over the first 2, yarn over the second 2. Let's repeat. Push that one to the back, yarn over and yarn over. So now you have a full back post double crochet. So we start with the front, second one back, third one front, and fourth one back. And now we're going to do front again. So yarn over, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Okay, now you need to do the last 4 on the back part. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4. And then you are left with the 3 chain that we have skipped in the beginning. So what you need to do is double crochet to the top of these 3 chains, 1, 2, and 3. So you do double crochet, 1 double crochet there. So you are done. So this is the second row you are making, and this is the back part. You will see the bridge in between, okay, where you do this is your front, then you will see the bridge on the back. Where you do the back, you will see the bridge on the front. That's how it's the different. Okay, so we are moving to the third chains, the third rows. You need to do chains 2, 1 and 2. So every time that you move to the next row, you always change 2. Okay, now we do the set to make it longer like this, 1, 2, and 3, and then 4. So basically I do the 4 rows from the beginning, and then 4 rows to the second, 4 rows to the third, 4 rows, and then continue alternate. Okay, so let's continue to the third rows after you change 2, and then turn your work. So you continue to the third row. Now what you need to do is until you need to work the same thing until you have the 4 rows. So when do you see the front pose, you keep doing the front pose. When you see the back pose, then you do the back pose. So we are following what you started on the beginning. If you have started with the back pose on the first 4, then you do the back pose as well. So basically you follow whatever that you have started from the second rows. Okay, so let's do that. Remember, the front pose is grab your yarn and then insert your hook to that part, and then yarn over the first 2, yarn over the second 2, and then you do the same. Insert your hook, yarn over the first 2, yarn over the first 2, insert your hook, yarn over the first 2, yarn over the first 2, and then the fourth one you do the same. Insert your hook, yarn over the first 2, yarn over the second 2. Now you have 4, and then remember the chains 2, it will be the edging. Okay, so we have done the 4. Now we will do the back one, the back pose. You do exactly the same, yarn over and then go to the back, and then bring that double crochet down to the back, and yarn over the first, let me repeat. yarn over, insert your hook through the back, bring it to the back, and then yarn over the first two, yarn over the second two, and then you do the second one. Repeat, insert your hook from the back and push that, and then yarn over your yarn over the first two, yarn over the second two, and you repeat the same until you have 4. Okay, so now you have completed sorry, one more missing, this one. This is number 3, and then this is number 4. Okay, now you have rows the front and then rows the back. Now you do it again in the front, back, and front, and then back until the end, one double crochet. So let's do that again. Yarn over, insert your hook to that double crochet, and then yarn over the first two, yarn over the second two. Okay, and then second one like that, the third one, and then the fourth one. So this is another front part. Okay, and then you do another back part. Yarn over, 1, 2, yarn over to the back. Okay, yarn over to the back, and then yarn over to the back. So this is your back pose. Now again back to the front pose. 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Now the last one, you do the back again. 1, 2, okay, 3, and then 4. And then you do double crochet on the top of the chains 2 on the beginning. Okay, now you have done the third rows. What you need to do one more, so change to 1 and 2 and turn. So we repeat the row 3. Where you see the front, you continue front. Where you see on the back, you do the back, and then continue doing so, alternate. Okay, so let's do it again. So 1, this is the front pose, double crochet. This is 2, 3, and then 4. Now we need to do the back part. 1, 2, and then 3, and then 4. 1 to the front, 1, and then 1, and then 1 more. So you have 4 front double crochet, and then again back. So 1, and then again on the back, third, and then on the back 4. Now again you do on the front. 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and then the last part is doing the 4 on the back part. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4, and then 1 double crochet on the top of the chains 2. So 1 and 2. So we have done 1, 2, 3, and 4 rows, and we have completed the first part. Okay, and then this is how it looks like so far. Up and down, up and down, up and down. Okay, so now we turn our work, chains 2, 1 and 2, and then turn your work. Now once you have completed the 4 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you do the opposite. So where you see the front, and you do the opposite, you do the back part. When you see the back part, and you do the front, and then repeat the same. When you see the front, you do the back, and when you see the back, you do the front. So it's alternate. So this is where you will see the second part, the second 4 rows. So we have done this part, and then now we do the opposite. So when you do the front, and then the next 4 rows, we're going to do the back. When you see the back, then we will do the front. That is how the pattern then is look like, giving the effect like up, down, and up and down. Okay, right? So let's start it, the second rows. So I repeat, when you do the front, then we need to the back. So how to do the back? You yarn over, and then insert your hook to that gap, the first gap, and then bring it down that double crochet, pull over, yarn over the first one, yarn over the second, the first 2, and then again insert your hook, and then bring it down that one to the back, yarn over the first 2, yarn over the second 2, and then again do the same until you have 4. Now you have done it. Okay, you have locked the front, and then you are starting working to the back. Now the one on the back, you do the front part. Okay, so yarn over, you go to that chain, double crochet, and bring it up to the front, 1 and 2, and then you do the same, 1 and 2, and then the next one, 1 and 2, the next one, 1 and 2. Now you have a 4. Okay, and then you do the same. When you see the front, you do the back, the opposite of it. When you see the back, you do the front, and then you repeat until the last one. Okay, and I'll meet you shortly on the end. Right, so I'm on the last part, and this is how it's look like so far. Okay, and then the last chains will do the 1 double crochet on the top of the chains 2 in the beginning. Hold on, I think I missed the, this is number, oh sorry, this is number 2. 1 double crochet, and then you change to 1, 2, and we will do following the one that we just did. So it was back, so now we are following the back until the next 3 rows. So now to the back, and then to the back. For these rows, you following whatever that you have started to the fifth rows, the opposite, where you started doing the opposite. Once you have completed, and then the next rows, then you following what you just had. Okay, when you do the back, then you follow the back, and you do front, and then you do follow front until you have 4 rows. And then the one on the back, you do the back, and then you continue doing so until I'll meet you here. Okay, so we are on the last part. You need to do 1 double crochet on the top of the chains too. Sorry, this is missed. Okay, and then you do chains 2, 1 and 2, and then you follow the same what you have done earlier. So this is the first, and then this is the second, and then we're going to do the third one, which is following the previous one. So when you do the back, you keep continue doing the back. When you do the front, you keep continue doing the front, and then alternate. Okay, so let's start this one on the back part, on the back part. So back post double crochet. Now it's in the front. 1, 2, and then 3, and then 4. Okay, now again doing on the back, and then on the back, and on the back. Okay, the next one you will do the front part, the front, back, and then front, and then you continue doing so, and until I meet you the last one. Okay, so again we are on the last stitch, which you need to do the 1 double crochet on the top of the chains 2. So you do the chains 2 and then turn, and this will be the fourth rows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this is the one. Okay, this is from the previous one. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So we will do the fourth one. So 1, 2, and 4. So 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to do the fourth one. So the one on the back, you will remain doing the back part, back front post double crochet, sorry, back post double crochet, and then the one on the front, you do front post double crochet. Okay, and then you keep continue doing the same until the end. And you keep continue doing so until the last stitch, and I'll meet you shortly. So on the last stitch you do the 1 double crochet, and now you're going to do the chains 2, 1 and 2. We have completed the second part of the 4 rows, and then now we're going to do the opposite, like we started on the beginning. So this is how it's looked like so far. Okay, so now we're going to work on the opposite. So when you do the back and you do the front, so let me repeat. When you do the, we have done the for the first 4 rows and then the second 4 rows. Now the next rows, another 4 rows, then you will do this opposite. So when you see the back pose, you will do the front, and then when you see the front, then you will do the back. When you see the back and then front, and then alternate until the last one. Okay, let's start it. So we will do the opposite of it. So this is the back part, back pose, and then we're going to do the front pose. So 1, 2, and then 3, and then 4. And then the one on the front, you do the back pose, the opposite, yeah? So every 4 rows, you need to change the direction. You do exactly the opposite of what you have done earlier. So 1, 2, and then 3, and then 4. And then you do the one on the back, do the front. 1, 2, and 3, and then 4. And then you continue doing so until I'll see you on the last one. Okay, so this is how it's looked like so far. So we are on the last stage where you need to do 1 double crochet on the top of the chain 2. Okay, so now we're going to move to the next row, which is the second row from the third 4th part. So this is the 4 rows on the first, this is the second 4 rows, and now we are doing on the third on the third 4 rows. So we are now, it's already done the number 1, and then we are going to do the second one. So for the second one, you follow what you just have done earlier. So when you do the front, you follow the front. When you see the back, you do the back. If front, front, back, back, and then front, back. At the end, 1 double crochet, and you continue doing so until you have done another 3 rows. So this is the second row, and then back again the 3rd row, and then back again the 4th row. So you have completed the 4 rows for the 3rd part. Okay, so we have done, this is the first, this is the second, and then you're going to do the 3rd part. So I'll meet you until you have another 2 rows. Okay, I will do the off camera. So I'm on the last of the 4th row for this 3rd part of the 4 rows. Okay, and then we will do 1 double crochet, and then you can continue this pattern. So the next one will be the opposite. So the next one, it will be the opposite. You change 2 and then turn, and then where you see the front becoming the back, when you see the back becoming front, and then alternate. Okay, until you do double crochet on the last change to space. Okay, so you can continue doing this until the length that you desire. So just remember that under each gap you will do the 4 apart from the edge on the right and then on the left. You will have one double crochet as additional, because this it will be the one on the edging to keep your work is straight. Okay, and then the one on the left as well. So on the left you will have 5 double crochet, on the right side you will have 5 double crochet, and in between there will always 4 double crochet. 4 4 4 4. Okay, now what you need to do, and then each rows, each part like that, you have 4 rows, 1 2 3 and 4. And then if you continue to the second one, then another 4 rows, only on the first one where you do the opposite, and then the next 1 2 3 you follow what you have done it here, and then you repeat it again until the length that you desire. Okay, so that's it. Thank you very much for watching, and then this is the crochet basket weave look like, and then the front almost similar. You will not notice whether this is back or this is front. They are almost the same, and you can use like double side. Okay, all right guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any question, any comment, please send it to me or write it down below, and then I hope you can try it at home too, and you can share it on my Facebook page, Instagram, or here. Okay, thank you very much. I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye bye.